Welcome back to Steins. We're back with Lukaku and Okarin on their date. So, yeah, we left things with them leaving Komimar together, so let's see where things go. In the end, Lukaku and I got fed up with the amount of people and left Ariake early. We took the direct shuttle bus to Akiba that only runs during Komimar, but it was so cramped inside, I thought I was gonna die.
No.
By the time we get back to Akiba, Lukaku and I are exhausted. My feet feel like blocks of lead, and I don't have the energy to even attempt conversation. The two of us schlep back to the shrine without speaking a word, like Spanish monks under a vow of silence. Lukaku doesn't raise a single complaint, but taking her to Komimar was obviously a mistake. Lukaku's expression has been stiff ever since we met up with Mayuri. Maybe she's still traumatized by otaku. Would be completely understandable. The first time I met Lukaku, he was being harassed by otaku. Maybe they left a bad impression. We don't talk. We spent most of the day shoulder to shoulder with strangers. I can probably count on my fingers the words I said directly to Lukaku today. When we arrive at the shrine, our time as a couple will end. So this is our last chance to talk as boyfriend and girlfriend. But I'm confused. What should I talk about? I try thinking about things we have in common. The demon sword Samidare, the Seishin Zanma school of swordsmanship. But Karisu said to avoid Chunibyo topics, and the dating manual concurred. What else is there? It finally dawns on me. There's nothing else Lukaku and I share. Silence dominates the shrine. The silence should be calming, but it's not. I've safely escorted Lukaku home. Mayuri's death is just 3 hours away. The temporary relationship between me and Lukaku ends here. Now I just need Lukaku to give me her mother's pager number. However, is it really okay to let it end like this? In the end, what have I done for Lukaku? I haven't done squat, have I? All I've done is hurt her. Suddenly, Lukaku starts sobbing. She covers her mouth with both hands, but can't stop the tears pouring from her eyes.
Lukaku.
When I approach her, Lukaku pulls back. Lukaku wipes the corners of her eyes, but the tears keep flowing, forming a glistening line down each cheek. I'm speechless. I have no idea what to do. A girl is crying before my eyes. It's my duty as a man to comfort her. I know that, and yet no words come. I just stand there, like a useless statue. The cause of Lukaku's tears is undoubtedly me. I didn't treat her right as my girlfriend, even if it was only a temporary arrangement. And now it ends with me watching as Lukaku cries. Lukaku, I'm the one who did this to her. I'm the cause of her grief. And yet... Thank you very much. She thanks me and bows her head.
Huh?
She lifts her head and smiles shyly through her tears. I was really happy. That we could be together. That's a lie. I'm glad I fell in love with you. That has to be a lie. To my surprise, Lukako takes my hand in hers. Her hand is very warm and delicate. This is the first time I've touched her since we became a couple. And it will be the last. Lukako places a note in my hand. And then she pulls away. She bows her head again. Bye now. Lukako turns her back to me, then disappears into the shrine office. I look at the note. There's a number written there. Probably her mother's pager number. She kept her promise, but I didn't keep mine. I can't let it end like this. I run full speed back to the lab. Ignoring Karisu's calls to stop, I slap on the headgear and leap to the past. I feel like there should be some electrical lights instead of just the black screen, but that's what I'm getting. Ah, and there's the numbers. I'm sure there's normally, like, some more stuff when he time travels than this, or is that only when he sends a D-mail? I don't remember. I regain consciousness in front of Akihabara Station. Lukako is next to me. We're about to board the train for Komima. Lukako looks a little anxious, but she doesn't raise a single complaint. The shuttle bus pulls up. The huge line of people begins to move. We can't go to Komima like this. Shaking off my time leap-induced vertigo, I take Lukako by the hand. Come on. Once we get out of the line, I let go of Lukako's hand and start walking. Okabe-san, the bus is here? We're not going to Komima. This time, we're doing things my way. Okabe-san, where are we going? I keep walking with Lukako's hand in mine, ignoring everything else. Lukako looks bewildered at first, but eventually she says no more and just starts following me with a sad expression because she probably thinks he's decided that he doesn't want to even do the last date and that it's done. We arrive at Yanabayashi Shrine, a place devoid of visitors, where an aura of peace and dignity dominates, where the cries of cicadas resound. Lukako's home. Finally, I turn to face Lukako. Instead of letting go, I grasp her warm hand even tighter than before. Perhaps it's the heat, or perhaps it's our nervousness, but our hands are damp with sweat, or maybe it's both. It's probably both. A little bit of both. But still, I don't let go. Lukako is hanging her head. She might cry at any moment. Means our relationship is over, doesn't it? Her lips tremble. Her voice trembles. I summon my resolve and answer her with a laugh. What are you talking about? Our couple phase isn't over yet. I strike a pose and mimic a line from a popular card battling anime. Until I witnessed Mayuri's death, this was how I acted all the time. Now it takes some effort, but I still have it in me. But Weren't you listening? This time, we're doing things my way. Now, my disciple, bring forth the demon sword, Samidare. The wind blows. The tree growing over the main building rustles its leaves in response. Lukako looks at me blankly. Tears form in the corners of her eyes. What? Isn't it obvious? It's time to continue your training in the Seishin Zanma School of Swordsmanship. My training? Have you already forgotten what I taught you? No, but it's Kyoma. Have you forgotten my true name, Lukako? I am the insane mad scientist, Hoenn Kyoma. Swallowing my embarrassment, I strike another pose. I was so caught up in the question of your gender that I lost sight of our true relationship. But now I finally realize the truth. Our relationship was decided from the very beginning. Decided how? I may be a man and you may be a woman, but our temporary relationship as a couple? I take a deep breath. I gently comb my fingers through Lukako's hair. I twist my lips into a grin. Matters not. I am I. Lukako is Lukako. And Lukako is my disciple. As I gently stroke her hair, Lukako puts her warm hand on top of mine. The tears collected in the corners of her eyes suddenly fall. Yes, of course. Kyoma-san is my master. Well said. Now, Lukako, bring forth Samidare. At once. Just a moment, I'll be right back. Please stay here, okay? I'm not going anywhere, so hurry. Lukako reluctantly lets go of my hand, shyly turns away from me, and heads to the shrine office. We spend 4 hours training, just like we used to. Practice swings with the demon sword, stories of the sword's history, lectures on the intricacies of Seishin Zanma swordsmanship, all fabricated from my Chunibyo delusions. I talk, Lukako, dressed now in her Miko robes, listens with rapt attention. Occasionally we take a break, sit on the shrine's stairway and eat the sweet rice balls Lukako's mother brings us. And that's how we spend an extraordinarily ordinary 4 hours. Alright, that's it for today. Lukaku lowers her stance and slowly sheathes the demon sword, Samidare. She looks so beautiful and majestic standing there in flowing white robes, sword shining in her hands. I find myself mesmerized once again. Lukaku bows, snapping me out of it. Thank you. I think I got a little stronger.
謙遜しなくていい。今日、お前は精神三魔流奥義の一つ、32式さくらんぼを得得した。
No need for humility. Today, you mastered one of the Seishin Zanma style secrets, Type 32 Cherry Bomb.
だが過信はするな。お前はまだまだ弱いんだからな。
But don't get cocky, for you are still weak.
はい、もっともっと京馬さんに教えてもらいたいです。
Yes, sir. I want to learn even more from you. The breeze feels nice after the sweat we worked up. We savor our comfortable fatigue as we drink the barley tea Lukaku's mother brought for us.
久しぶりに京馬さんのお話聞けた気がします。
I feel like it's been a long time since you last taught me, Kyoma-san.
ここ何日か、俺の意識はマニュアルという恐ろしき封印術式により不安定な状態だったのだ。
For the past few days, my mind has been under the dread influence of the foul grimoire known as the Manual.
だがもう完全復活した。心配かけたな。
But I've fully recovered. Do not worry.
よかった。いつもの京馬さんが戻ってきてくれて。
Thank goodness, you're back to your old self. Lukaku answers happily. And then her expression turns serious, as if she's made up her mind about something.
昨日僕に聞きましたよね。男だった時の記憶が残っているかって。
Yesterday you asked me if I had any memories from when I was a guy.
Oh,
yeah. Lukaku looks away. I see her hands fidgeting in her lap. Finally, with trembling lips, she speaks.
僕覚えているんです。
I do remember. No surprise. I expected she'd remember after what I experienced with Faris.
覚えているというか、なんて言ったらいいのか。
I remember, or actually, how should I say it?
とても儚い感じ。
It's a very transient feeling.
儚い。
Transient?
はっきり思い出したわけじゃなくて、記憶の海の底の方というか、頭の
I can't clearly remember it, but at the bottom of my sea of memories, well, in my head, Then Lukaku starts pouring at the air above and to the right of her head.
この辺にあるような感じです。
It feels like it's around here somewhere. I don't really get it.
とにかく覚えているんだな。
Anyway, you remember? Lukaku nods.
すみません。昨日は嘘をついちゃいました。
I'm sorry I lied yesterday.
気にするな。この俺、法王院京馬を欺いたのだから大したものだ。
Don't worry about it. You should be proud to have fooled the great Hoenn Kyoma.
そのおかげで、お母さんのポケベルの番号も、僕、聞かなくても知っているんです。
So, because I remembered, I knew Mum's pager number without having to ask. She takes out a piece of paper, upon which is written the number.
今日はどんな結果になってもこれを渡すつもりでした。
I was going to give you this no matter how things turned out today.
それからもう一つ。
And one more thing. One more thing?
記憶のことと関係しているかどうかわからないんですけど、
I don't know if it's related to my memories, but
古いパソコンのありかについて。
it's about that old computer. Now that I didn't expect.
IBN5100 のことか。
The IBN 5100.
はい、多分そうだと思います。
Yes, I think so. True, Lukaku did seem like she knew something about the IBN 5100. Plus, Luca's dad confirmed that it was here at the shrine. And then one day it suddenly disappeared. Does Lukaku know where it is now?
それが事実なら、ルカ子、お前は男に戻らなくても済むかもしれない。
If that's true, Lukaku, then you might not have to turn back into a guy. But Lukaku faintly shakes her head.
それは無理だと思います。
I don't think it's that easy.
なんで？
But why not? Lukaku grips my hand.
ついてきてください。案内します。
Please come with me. I'll show you. She looks into my eyes. Lukaku is no longer crying. In the fading sunlight, her eyes shine with firm resolve. She brings me to Daibiru. I look up at the huge, towering building.
ここに IBN5100 が。
The IBN 5100 is here?
そっちじゃなくてですね。
Not there. Lukaku faces away from Daibiru and points to a coin locker tucked in a narrow alley.
去年のお正月前。
It happened last year, just before New Year's. Lukaku walks up to the coin locker as she
そ
talks.
の時までうちの神社にあのパソコンはあったんです。
The computer was at our shrine until then. Until New Year's. That's a contradiction. It was only 2 weeks ago that I found the IBN 5100 at Yanabayashi Shrine. Which means I really haven't returned to the original world line.
僕のせいなんです。僕が神事のお手伝いで倉庫をお掃除していた時に。
It's all my fault. I was helping out at the shrine, sweeping the storehouse, when
誤って壊しちゃったんです。
I broke it by accident.
壊した？
You broke it? Lukaku nods.
でももしお父さんに知られたら怒られると思って、それで。
But I thought Dad would get mad at me if he found out, so
こっそりここまで持ってきて、コインロッカーの中に隠したんです。
I brought it here and hid it in the coin locker.
よくここまで持ってこられたな。あれは尋常じゃない重さだぞ。
It must have been tough bringing it all the way out here. That thing weighs a ton.
家にあった台車を使いました。そのせいで台車まで壊れちゃったんですけど。
I used a pushcart from home. It broke too. Even so, it must have been hard to get it here with just a pushcart. Maybe she was running on adrenaline.
京馬さんが探してるって聞いた時、僕すごくびっくりして。
When I heard Kyoma-san was searching for it, I was really surprised.
本当のことずっと話そうって思ってたんですけど、嫌われるかもしれないって考えたら言い出せませんでした。
I know I should have told you the truth, but I thought you'd hate me for it, and I couldn't say anything.
バカだな。 そんなことでお前を嫌うわけがないだろう。何しろお前は俺の弟子なのだからな。
Nonsense. I wouldn't hate you for that. No matter what, you're still my disciple.
はい。
I know. Lukaku takes the locker key out of her pocket.
もう1年半以上放置したから管理会社に持っていかれちゃったかもしれませんけど。
It's already been more than half a year, so the management probably took it away.
1年半放置か。だとしたら絶望的だな。
Half a year? I guess it's hopeless then. This locker charges 200 yen per day. Normally, if a coin locker goes unpaid for more than a few days, the management retrieves the contents. And if the owner doesn't claim it within a month, it's usually thrown away. Meaning the IBN 5100 is already... Lukaku goes to a large locker at the end of the row, inserts the key and tries the lock.
鍵かかってないみたいです。
Oh, it's not locked.
確定だな。
I guess that settles it. Sure enough, Lukaku opens the door to reveal an empty locker.
すみません。
I'm sorry. Either way, it doesn't matter. There's no point in retrieving a broken IBN 5100. But I don't tell her that.
お前が責任を感じなくてもいい。
It's not your fault.
俺が安易に世界を歪ませたのが一番の元凶なんだからな。
I'm the one who messed with the timeline. Everything that happened is my fault.
京馬さん。
That's why I must bear the burden. Mayuri's pain, Suzuha's pain, Faris's pain, and now Lukaku's pain. Something occurs to me. What if I send a D-mail telling Lukaku not to sweep the storehouse? How would that change the world line? Would the IBN 5100 stay at Yanabayashi Shrine, ready for me to retrieve in August as planned? Part of me wants to try sending that D-mail. If it works, Lukaku could stay a girl. No, I mustn't give in to the temptation. My goal is to restore the world line, not warp it further. Fix the past to save Mayuri. That is my mission.
僕の記憶なんだか奇妙なんです。
There's something strange about my memories.
奇妙とは？
Strange how?
僕の記憶の中にはあのパソコンのことについての2つの記憶が混ざっていて。
Inside my mind, there are two memories about that old computer mixed together.
一つはパソコンを壊した僕の記憶。もう一つはそんなパソコンは全然知らないし、倉庫のお掃除もしなかった僕の記憶。
The first is the memory of me breaking it. The other has no memory of it at all.
男だった僕はパソコンを壊してません。倉庫の掃除の代わりに本殿のお掃除をしていたから。
The male me didn't break the computer. He swept the main shrine instead of the storehouse. So Lukaku swept the storehouse because she became a girl. Because she swept the storehouse, she broke the IBN 5100 and deposited it into this coin locker. As a result, the IBN 5100 will never reach me. Is this the butterfly effect?
やっぱり僕が男に戻るしか方法はないみたいです。
So there's no choice. I have to go back to being a guy. There's no longer any doubt in her eyes. There's no choice. She knows it as well as I. We return empty-handed to Yanabayashi Shrine, which is dyed scarlet by the setting sun, and I know I've said the first sentence, but this feels like a good place to stop. So, yeah, we will pick this up from here next time. I really like them together. Like, I wasn't sure on their first date or their second date, the one at Komima, before Okarin reversed the timeline. Because, you know, it seemed like Okarin was overthinking things so much. Like, he was trying to be, I guess, what you would expect from a... I don't know if it's what you would expect, but he was going like the traditional boyfriend, they're going to go on these dates and they'll do these sort of things, even though it was stuff that neither of them really had that much interest in. But then once he decided to, you know, do his own thing, do something he knew they both liked, one of the things they had in common, you know, it was just nice to see them spending time together and practicing their swordsmanship. And the only thing about their relationship that I don't particularly like is a lot of it requires Okarin to play the part of Hoenn Kyoma, which he was sort of growing out of and moving away from. So it would be nice if he could be Okarin and not the mad scientist version of himself that he created. But they're sweet. And I feel like we're coming up to the point where it's stay on this world line and see how things go, or send the D-mail and reverse everything. So I guess we'll see what happens if Lukaku stays a girl, and then we'll see what happens when we reverse it, which is pretty bittersweet because Lukaku did not like being a guy, so it's a shame that I guess the final ending where everyone is safe also requires her to be in a body she doesn't like. I guess that might not be true. I've not got to the end yet. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. But with the way it's going so far, that's what it looks like. Which isn't great for Lukaku, but at least Mayuri will be alive. So yeah, we'll leave it there. We'll see how long we've got until we make that choice. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.